Abruzzi, will you join us for further action from the 2021 Under-22 European Boxing Championships. This an event for boxers, as the name suggests, who were born between 1999 and 2002. Excuse me, 1998 and 2002. Those are the athletes eligible to compete in this under-23 tournament. The first continental event of the year. It's the rescheduled event from what should have taken place in 2020. But of course, all sporting events and just about every aspect of everyday life was completely overturned by the ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic. So that is our host venue, the Roseto degli Abruzzi. No stranger to hosting AIBA Olympic style EUBC boxing. We've been in this region plenty of times before. In April 2018 it hosted the European qualification event for the 2018 Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires, and plenty of those boxers are in action here for this 19th session of boxing here on day 5 of the competition. So it's a beautiful coastal resort here. 2 rings are in operation. No permanent structure, but with the boxing rings beneath a marquee. So we have a coastal breeze providing a cooling effect for the action in a ring, which can be searingly hot. And the opening ceremony was held on the beach with some terrific attractions and a flag parade. Here we are on the 5th day of competition. We're at the quarter-final stage. This is the 19th session of boxing, and we have 10 bouts coming your way in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight, men's 91 kilogram heavyweight, and the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division.
Representing Georgia, Gomsian. Into the blue corner.
So we get things underway in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight division. And this one is between boxers from Georgia and Moldova.
Kosovo. Judges, Judge 1, Belarus. Judge 2, England. Judge 3, Croatia. Judge 4, Austria. Judge 5, Montenegro.
Well, you perhaps heard the public address announcer just informing everyone in attendance that we have 5 scoring judges seated around the boxing ring. 10-point must system in effect. 1 boxer must score 10. My name's Ronald McIntosh. I'll be your commentator here on Ring A. My colleague Andy Clark is providing commentary over on Ring B. But here in Ring A, we're in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. And this is the quarter-final stage. So the winner guaranteed a place on the medal podium. The boxer wearing red, the more compact of these 2 operators, is the tournament #1 seed, Artiusk Gomsian, competing in his second bout of the tournament. Having received a bye in the first preliminary round, and prevailed on a 5-0 unanimous points decision verdict in the round of 16. A 3-1 split verdict in the round of 16, which came after an accidental clash of heads caused the bout to be stopped. His opponent, Victor Vakula, he too received a bye in the first preliminary round and won on a 3-2 split. 3 scorecards of 28-29, and that is how he finds himself 1 win away from the medal stage here at this championships. That medal podium in this event, well, Artiusk Gomsian, no stranger to that, came away with a championship bronze in the previous event, and he scores with a beautiful raking up jab. Looking to go deeper into the tournament, having come away with that championship bronze in the 56 kilogram division in 2019, competing here 1 division north up at 60 kilograms in the lightweight bracket, and his bustling style serving him very well indeed against his taller, more upright southpaw opponent. So getting into something of a pattern here now, with Gomsian burrowing his way forwards. Kept the attack going, did Gomsian. And he's continuing to apply the pressure. Just looking to confine the longer figure who got caught by a clipping left hook and then a right hand around the corner followed by another left. Vakula pinned on the ropes now, gets his way back out to the space of the ring, but was made to be just a little bit uncomfortable and disorganized by that sustained attack from the man in red. Good work to both body and head with that right hand, and again, his short-armed mid-range punches serving him very well indeed in the closing stages of this opening round. Good right hand to the body landed by Gomsian. So the more compact figure wearing red, the busier boxer during the course of that opening 3 minutes, and perhaps getting the better of his opponent. That's certainly how I saw it, but what say the 5 scoring judges who will be the arbiters of this one? And here it is, the live scoring telling us that it is a 10-9 sweep across the board in favor of the tournament #1 seed, Artyusk Gomsian. His greater accuracy, enough to impress the judges. Victor Vakula has got to try and do something different in this second round. So the first round scored unanimously in favor of the man in red. Oh, that's a solid right hand landed to the body by the #1 seed. Continually looking for that backhand, which is such an effective antidote against the southpaw stance, but he's spoken to by the referee about punching incorrectly with the inside part of the gloves. It must be landed with the knuckle part of the glove, as that shot appeared to be, for it to be a scoring blow. So he's trying to maintain the gap, is Vakula, but he's caught by a left hand over the top there, and then the inside of the glove lands with the right hand after on an arcing punch. And so it's the man in red who is having more success employing his tactics. Now Vakula getting over his front foot, trying to force Gomsian backwards, but Gomsian gives him a shove to the chest just to get to his preferred territory, and then will work his way inside once again. Lands a right hand to the body. And Vakula, the 2019 National Championship silver medalist, down at 57 kilograms in his homeland of Moldova, here on the continental stage, picked off by a beautiful up jab. It was a corkscrew left hand that was snaked out by Gomsian, and it landed and scored. So Vakula keeping his eyes locked on his opponent, but you can see his elbows away from his body, not really protecting his chin either. So the defense proving to be rather porous, and Gomsian has penetrated it far too easily for the coaches of the blue corner's liking. So looking to use a left jab now is Vakula. And again, he's made to be uncomfortable and then runs into another left hand as he was trying to back up. So he's tried switch hitting, he's tried to get onto the front foot, Vakula, but he's not had sustained success as he takes a big right hand over the top, and another one as he tries to get back to ring center. Right hand follow-up went around the neck as Gomsian pushes him back into the strands, and he's being worked over here is the man in blue, roughed up, out-punched, out-fought during the closing stages of this second round, and a standing count may well be forthcoming. There's another jab that snaps his head back. Right back into the pocket steps Gomsian. Gomsian with a dominant second round. And there's a cut, a trace of red on the bridge of the nose now of the man in red as another right hand crashes home from this marauding little figure in red. Vakula spoken to by the referee about keeping his head up. A very good round indeed. The further it went on, the more dominant Gomsian became. Well, given how much he got on top during the closing stages of that second round, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple of 10-8s here, and that is indeed the case. Artyom Gomsian of Georgia in complete control after 2 completed rounds. 3 10-8 scorecards evident on another round that he has swept across the board. Gomsian in complete control. Is the 60 seconds going to be enough for Vakula's energy levels to have recovered?
Seconds out.
So into the third and final round then, and in the closing stages of round number 2, Artyom Gomsian, the tournament #1 seed, asserted his authority, stamped his dominance on proceedings here, landing with just about every shot in the book from both hands, particularly shots over the top. And when he got his man on the ropes, well, he was unerringly accurate with his shot selection. Looking for that speculative right hand over the top once again. Gomsian looking to close the gap. Vakula did a good job maintaining the gap. There he scores with a raking left hand to the body. It was a long straight shot and it was beyond the punching range of Gomsian, but look how he steps on the gas, closes the distance and scores with a 2-shot salvo. Left hand dug into the body, just disrupting the blue singlet of Vakula. So content to box at range now, as Vakula lands with a left jab to the body this time, and that straight shot has served him well in this third and final round. So having been picked off by a couple of straight singles, Gomsian, well, he's put an awful lot into the first 2 rounds. Nowhere near as busy in his third round, and will just want to nurse the lead, keep himself out of harm's way. Because remember, as well as continental glory and a place on the medal podium, medalists will receive cash money now. $2,000 for bronze medalists, $4,000 for silver medalists, and $8,000 for the champions, continuing the trend established by AIBA President Umar Kremlev at the Asian Championships recently in Doha, where the gold medal winners received $10,000. And across the 20 weight divisions being contested between men and women here at the under-22 continental event, a prize fund in total of $320,000 is how the boxers will be able to receive some cold hard cash, as well as their continental championship hardware. Gomsian now demonstrating his prowess at avoiding the punches coming in his direction, bobbing and weaving, looking for that corkscrew up jab once again, digs down to the body with the right hand. Vakula looking to score with that southpaw stick. Right hand over the top is another solid shot, looping left hook not too far away. Vakula's really felt the pace in this third and final round as he takes a double right hand after Gomsian gets on the front foot. So closing seconds of the third and final round, and he's done a good job managing this one as Artyom Gomsian, the tournament #1 seed, built himself a commanding lead with some educated pressure in the first 2 rounds. 3 10-8 scores in round number 2 after sweeping the first round unanimously as well. And so with that insurance built up over the course of rounds 1 and 2, he just elected to take things easy in the third and final round, avoid any head clashes which could have opened up a cut, and he will go romping through to the medal podium in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight tournament. He's guaranteed himself another medal to go with the bronze he picked up in this event or equivalent event in 2019. Let's get official confirmation.
The winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing Georgia,
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision verdict. Tournament #1 seed Artyusz Gomsian taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. And the second round was dominant indeed. He goes through to get himself another medal in this under-22 continental event, just as he did in 2019 down at 56 kilograms. Victor Vakula, outpointed by the tournament #1 seed. His tournament comes to an end here. It is Gomsian who goes on.
Ring A. Bout number 187. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Armenia, Maruchan. In the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Netherlands, Mustafa Accra. Referee, Maria Rizzardo, Italy. Judge 1, Scotland. Judge 2, Germany. Judge 3, Israel. Judge 4, Sweden.
So we remain in the 60 kilogram lightweight division for men. Further quarter-final action coming your way between boxers from the Netherlands and Armenia.
Maruchan. In the blue corner, Netherlands, Mustafa Accra.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner, representing Russia, Voronov Nikita.
So quarter-final action in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight division. The man who's just landed a couple of good left hands, first to body then head, is the man in blue, Mustafa Accra from the Netherlands. He looks for a right hand to the body once again. And the man in red is the tournament #5 seed. He responds with a right hand to the body of his own, then a right uppercut through the middle, and right away these two boxers standing toe-to-toe in the space of ring center and looking for bent-on punches at short and mid-range. Terrific left hand picked to the body once again by Accra. Those shots blocked by the gloves of the man in red. Maruchan, tournament #5 seed, made his man miss with the left hook by dipping at the knees. Now looking for his left jab, but then the two boxers standing toe-to-toe once again. But this is anything but a free swing up. Plenty of education, culture and class behind those shots as well. Georgic Maruchan continues to bob and weave in the pocket, makes his man miss with the left jab. Good work to the body. The final left hand did get through from Accra, but then look at the left hand response, which brings a left hand response from Accra. First and third boxing from the man in blue. But make no mistake, Maruchan landed his successes to the body to make sure that it was an exchange as he goes body then head. And then more body work from the man in blue. So this perhaps as much distance as there's been between the two boxers, and it's a change in tactics seemingly initiated by the man in red, Georgic Maruchan, just taking a step back and was looking to get the straight shots going while he was on the ropes. Now he looks to get Accra pinned to the strands, but he pivots out to the space of center ring once more. Good work to the body by both boxers. Really is a pleasure to see body punching being exhibited so expertly by these two operators, but cute movements in the pocket once again being demonstrated by Maruchan as he gets on his bike once again. He's demonstrated perhaps a wider range of variety. On occasion he's got on his bike, got on his toes, because for the most part the contest has been boxed in this type of territory, and both men are proving to be really adept at the art of body punching as they exchange big right hands upstairs. Back into the pocket steps Accra, going in search of his man once again, leaning on the heads of one another once more. Right hand around the corner, an uppercut success which brings a round of applause from those in attendance in the temporary stands here. It's behind closed doors, this event, but the support teams and the contingents of the respective boxers in the ring have plenty of support. It's a fantastic atmosphere beneath the marquee here. What an opening round of boxing. My goodness, that was breathtaking stuff. Beautiful to behold. So much quality in evidence between these two outstanding exponents of the body punch. And there is a 4-1 split in favor of the man in blue. Judge Sri preferring the work of the tournament number 5 seed, but the body punching of Mustafa Accra rewarded by 4 of the 5 observers seated ringside. Make no mistake, it was a competitive round, but Mustafa's greater punch volume and perhaps more accurate as well, giving him a 4-1 split after 3 minutes. So we go into the second round then. 22 boxers make up the 60-kilogram lightweight division, and Mustafa Accra competing in his 3rd bout of the tournament. Georgic Maruchan received a bye in the first preliminary round, so this is contest number 2 for him. Terrific work to the body once again, then brings a right hook around the corner. Same combination, but this time the left uppercut went upstairs from Accra. Terrific use of the feet to change the angles, and then firing a left hook to the head, and then with a right hook around the corner from Accra. That came beneath the left elbow to make it a good body shot. He went in search of the same punch once again. Solid left jabs being pistoned out by the man in blue. Brings about a left jab response which scores from Maruchan. Good left hook to the head and then right uppercut through the middle. Burst of punches, took the power off, did Maruchan, but increased the volume. Did the same shot once again, same combination once again. Accra continuing to go to his bread and butter of the body shot. This is terrific action. High punch output as the left hook to the body is proving to be the most profitable punch in his arsenal for Mustafa Accra. And perhaps as much respite as we've had in the clinch being initiated by Georgic Maruchan. Terrific work to the body once again as Accra continues to go in search of those body shots to slow his opponent down. Looking to bring through the uppercut is Maruchan. Oh, that's a terrific right hook to end that 2-shot combination. Left uppercut, right hook once again. He's gone for it 3 times in quick succession. Has Mustafa Accra. Doesn't really disguise what he's doing, but it's very difficult to prevent it being successful. Both boxers winding up on hooks. Right hand to the body, nudged in by Accra once again. Good work to the body by Maruchan. Right hook over the top is a successful single for the man in red. But there's the left uppercut, right hook once again. Same combination once more. Uppercuts in response from Maruchan. Big swing and a miss from the man in blue. Nice movement employed from the waist by Maruchan, but then his left hook went over the top of the head of his opponent. 30 seconds to go of what has been breathless stuff so far. Toe-to-toe action. And the two men have given and taken plenty of punches, but the greater volume of punches, perhaps the heavier shots as well, particularly in this second round, coming from the man in blue. And that's not because Maruchan can't punch, but on occasion he's elected to take the power off and increase the volume, whereas Accra has continued to get great leverage onto his shots and blast away to the body. Another brilliant round of boxing, and look at Accra sprinting back across the ring, showing his man that, okay, we've got 6 minutes in the book, but I've got plenty of juice left to do the same thing for another 15 rounds if necessary. All of these signals will be being read and registered by the opponent. For my money, that's another round in favor of Accra. Make no mistake, Maruchan is in this contest every step of the way. But I just think he's being bested, and here's confirmation. Mustafa Accra sweeping the second round unanimously. So he has got a 2-point lead after 2 completed rounds for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. And Georgic Maruchan has really got to go for broke here in this third and final round to overturn what is a considerable deficit for 4 of the 5 observers ringside. So into the third and final round we go. And just as has been the case for the completed 6 minutes of boxing we've had, both boxers out to ring center and setting about one another once again. Accra just intimated that he had taken a low blow. That's perhaps the first backward step he's taken all contest long, but now he's back into his familiar position, over his front foot, tucked up tightly. Scored a left jab just a few moments ago. Left uppercut, right hook once more, and he's used that combination to wonderful effect time and time again. And Maruchan simply hasn't been able to make the adjustment to prevent it from landing. There's a good left-hand single scored to the body, but then look at the response from Maruchan as he digs to the navel of the man in blue. Terrific punch picking downstairs, evidenced by both boxers. And their footwork is still remaining crisp, their mind still functioning efficiently, thinking and functioning while under pressure from this type of bombardment, particularly to the body from Mustafa Accra. Both men off the mark with their big singles. Left hook attempted by Accra, uppercut attempted by Maruchan. Here it goes through a quick-fisted flurry once again. Just looking to his corner. They'll be telling him that we're through the midway stage, or approaching the midway stage of this third and final round, and he has got to get his man out of there inside the distance. For his part, Accra will be careful that he doesn't want to pick up a cut or a warning which will bring Maruchan right back into this. But again, with the prospect of medals and prize money at stake, these men laying it all on the line in this third and final round, demonstrating absolutely terrific conditioning and incredible desire as well. Good 2-shot burst to the body from Maruchan. Short to the mark with the left hook, steps back into the breach with a right hand to the body, does Accra. And Accra looking to work away as the two men tie one another up at close range. Inside a minute to go now. And again, Maruchan, perhaps aware of the context of the contest, that he needs a stoppage, loading up, looking for that finishing shot. But when he's putting more on it, sitting down on his shots, Accra can see it coming, but look at how crisp he's remaining, particularly with his body work from both hands, digging into the torso of the man, rattling both sides of his ribcage. As again, Maruchan looking for the finishing shot in the form of a single hook, but he's not been able to find that punch. Goes back to the volume once again, left uppercut, right hook in response from Accra. As the two men continue to let their hands go right up until the final bell. This one fought with incredible skill at short and mid-range, and the body language of the man in blue acknowledging the fans and his coaches. He knows he's done enough. I'm inclined to agree with him. Georgic Maruchan over in the red corner gave absolutely everything in his bid to overturn the deficit that he faced. And again, he played his part in making it a terrifically competitive affair, but he just could not get the better of Mustafa Accra, who invariably had the final word of any exchanges. His work to the body was a beautiful thing to behold. So we're just awaiting the arrival of Maruchan at ring center to get the official verdict, which should see the man in blue going through, probably on a unanimous points verdict.
The winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, representing Netherlands, Mustafa Accra.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Mustafa Accra of the Netherlands. He eliminates the tournament number 5 seed Georgic Maruchan of Armenia. Was a willing participant in what was a brilliant bout. The infighting was absolutely magnificent, but the body punching from Mustafa Accra was incredibly eye-catching, and he has prevailed on a unanimous point decision verdict to go through to the medal podium here at the Under-22 European Championships. Terrific bout.
Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Belarus, Toniu. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, Francesco Iozia. Referee, Michael Hemming, England. Judges, Judge 1, Montenegro, Judge 2, Spain, Judge 3, Croatia, Judge 4, Austria, Judge 5, Armenia. In the red corner, from Belarus, Toniu. In the blue corner, from Italy, Francesco Iozia.
So we remain in the men's 60-kilogram lightweight division. This is the quarterfinal stage. This contest between boxers from Belarus and Italy. The man wearing red is Toniu, national championship bronze medalist at 60 kilograms in 2019. His opponent is Francesco Iozia, home boxer from here in Italy, competing in his third bout of the tournament, having prevailed on a unanimous point decision verdict over the tournament number 6 seed Arslan Kateev of Finland in the round of 16. Toniu is also competing in his third bout here in Italy. Remember, 22 men making up the 60-kilogram lightweight bracket. Right hand not too far away from the man in red as he wrapped up the lead left hand of his opponent and then fired over the top. Good left jab landed to the body from Toniu. Counter right hand was a eye-catching shot landed by Iozia. Iozia remaining patient, looking to counter. Invariably with singles. He leads off with a left jab that time and landed a shot without reply. Looking for the right hand on the back foot. And again, boxing, got the punches in the textbook. The 8 shots of jab and cross and hooks and uppercuts to both head and body. But in many respects, it's like music. And the way that boxers go about their work is often a result of their personality, their stature. His hooks crashing through on the inside. But this, a completely different affair to what we witnessed in the preceding bout between Accra and Maruchan. Plenty of patience in evidence, the men working for their openings, thinking to try and create a lead, draw a lead that they can counter. The feinting and then the movement. So scoring punches at a premium here. And because they are so few and far between, when one lands, it's often notable and brings a round of applause from their respective corners and indeed their own supporters. Yozia just presenting a different look. He's often inclined to tuck up behind a high-held guard like that, but then sometimes defending his chin with his shoulder, just as he's doing here. That left jab coming up from the waist. So a very patient round of boxing produced by these two. And perhaps the flashy singles of the man in blue may be enough to take that opening round.
Round one. Seconds out.
So there's confirmation of the scores. 3-2 in favor of Yozia after 3 minutes of boxing. Very competitive round. And it's altogether a brisker start by Yozia to begin this second round. Competed in the equivalent event, did Yozia, back in 2017 when it was held in Romania. Was eliminated in the first preliminary round. He was down at 60 kilograms then, so he's done an outstanding job of maintaining his weight. So he's a very muscular individual in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. Was scheduled to compete in the World Championships. We've just got a call of time, so Yozia sent to the neutral corner while the bootlaces adjusted on Toniu's footwear. But he was scheduled to compete in those World Champs, but he didn't make it to the ring. He was drawn against England's Luke McCormack, who recently booked his place at the Olympic Games along with his identical twin brother Pat in a weight division north at 69 kilograms. So plenty of experience under the belt of the home boxer. And here he is once again at the quarter-final stage, Yozia. Looking to emulate the bronze medal that he took in the 2018 edition of this event in Romania. Being put onto the back foot by some sustained pressure from the man in red. As the watching, feinting, and waiting continues. Heads come together rather vigorously there after that forward foray from the man in blue. So Toniu, oh, that's a beautiful right hand. Big right hook went over the low held left of Yozia and drove him back to the ropes. There's a right hand success once again for Toniu. His best shot of the entire contest. Closing stages of round number 2, looking for the same punch once again, but able to ride it was Yozia. So another very cagey round, both boxers having their faces reddened. Touch of gloves to conclude that second round.
Seconds out.
And in another very cagey 3 minutes, perhaps that right hand or those right hand successes in the closing stages enough to tilt it in favor of the man in red. So the second round, a 3-2 split once again. So Yozia leading 2018. It's all square at 90 for two judges. It's all square at 19-19 for two judges. And Toniu leads for one judge, having taken both of the rounds. It's both of the completed rounds. It's been that type of contest. So this contest still very much in the balance. Those scores of 19-19 for judges 1 and 3. Those are the observers that hold the key to this contest. And remember, in the event that there's count back and we have tied up scores as we saw there, it has to be an absolute majority. So in the event that we have tied scores, then those who have the score tied will be asked to give their opinion as to who has prevailed. Can't win 2-1 or 1-0. It must be an absolute majority between or of 3 of the 5 scoring judges. 2-1 or 1-0, not enough in Olympic style boxing. And have the boxers been told by their coaches as to the state of the bout with 3 minutes to go? Both men remaining true to their styles, not straying from what has served them so well thus far in the tournament and indeed in their careers. And again, it is both men will be keen not to make a mistake. Oh, and it's another solid left hand landed on the inside as the head's rubbed forcefully on the interior once again. But the left hand success came from Toniu. Remember, he's leading 2018 for the 5th scoring judge. And another solid left hand. Oh, that's a good left hand to the body. So moments of sustained success in the context of this bout for Toniu in red as he comes back into the breach with a left jab, just looking to see if there's an injury in the form of a cut to the right eye of Yozia. That's the bell to conclude the action in ring B. Big swing and a miss with a leaping left hand from Toniu. So final 30 seconds, and there is indeed a nick to the right eye of Yozia. Hasn't caused the bout to be stopped. The referee hasn't intervened and called for the opinion of the ringside doctor. But it's been a hard physical contest, this one, and mentally taxing as well. Both men wary of making a mistake, so it isn't capitalized upon by a single eye-catching counter. And there's the bell. Well, remember, it was all square for two judges going into the final round. The man in blue led for 2 of the judges, and for Judge 5, it was a 2-point lead, 2018, for Artur Toniu. So how will they have scored that 3rd and final round? I happen to think the man in red did enough to nick the 3rd and final round, but will that be enough? And will, given the type of contest it's been, it's likely to be a split. And will he have got the nod from the judges where that will make a difference? Nerve-wracking moments for both of the boxers now. Let's get the verdict.
The winner by split decision in the blue
And it's Yozia. Francesco Yozia, a split decision victor. 28-29 for all 5 scoring judges. And that's how tight the contest was, an incredibly hard-fought affair. So the fight back from Yozia, edging that third and final round on a 3-2 split. It's been that type of contest, but he takes it. 4 judges preferring the work of the man in blue. 1 judge, Judge 5, preferring the work of the man in red. But at 29-28 across the board gives you an indication as to how tight it was. And it is a bronze medal for Francesco Yozia here at his home championships in Italy. Terrific contest. That was very intense indeed.
Ring A, bout number 189. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Serbia, Nemanja Gavrilovich. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, Shumkov. Referee, Kristen Palmen from Sweden. Judge 1, Romania. Judge 2, Germany. Judge 3, Belarus. Judge 4, Netherlands. Judge 5, Wales. In the red corner from Serbia, Nemanja Gavrilovich.
So we remain in the 60-kilogram lightweight division to round out the final 4 boxers here. This quarter-final action between boxers from Serbia and Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing
So we're underway then. This contest between boxers from Serbia and Russia. The boxer wearing red is Nemanja Gavrilovich from Serbia, competing in his second contest here at the European Under-22 Championships. Won on a unanimous points decision over Diego Mamic of Croatia at the round of 16. Received a bye in the first preliminary round, so too did the man in blue. And that is Vsevolod Shumkov of Russia, the tournament number 2 seed. Highly decorated individual. Former World Youth silver medalist. So feinting with that front foot is Shumkov. Just made to miss as Gavrilovich backed up effectively, bending and weaving at the waist, but a good right uppercut did get through from Shumkov. Gavrilovich trying to roll his way inside and sprung up with an effective right hook, which landed against Shumkov. Shumkov just knocking on the door with that lead left jab. And then while the referee was saying stop, well, he landed a straight right hand on a downward trajectory, did Shumkov. 2 boxers trying to present that mirage of an open chin by dropping their hands and sticking it in the air. Looking for a lead that they can counter. Demonstrating good reflexes is Gavrilovich, remaining out of punching range, but again, the body going to move far less than the head, and so intelligently Shumkov drops down and scores with a lead left hand to the body. Good right hand to the body this time from Shumkov. And again, you've got to admire that change in tactics. Even though boxers receive instruction as they go back to the corner, as Gavrilovich lands with a good left hand, goes in search of the same shot once again, but was made to fall short. But again, Shumkov recognizing what is available to him, because Gavrilovich possesses good movement of the head and employs the layback effectively. So what did he do? Drop down to the body, where he immediately found success. He's gone back head hunting once again, as Gavrilovich comes forward with a 3-shot combination. Oh, that's a solid right hand from Gavrilovich, countered immediately by a grazing left hook from Shumkov, and then Shumkov made to miss once again. Shumkov brings a right uppercut into play, tries the same shot once more, but it was caught on the gloves of the man in red, and then Shumkov was trying to pull the glove down with his left hand before firing away with the right. Counter right hand not too far away from Shumkov as he tried to catch the advancing boxer in red. Nice left jab catching Gavrilovich as he was swaying back. Boxers of contrasting styles combining to make for a really entertaining opening round of boxing here. I happen to think Shumkov has done enough to take that round. Gavrilovich, make no mistake, he's certainly in it. I just don't think he did enough to win it, but that's irrelevant, and it will come down to the verdict of the 5 scoring judges. And Shumkov has taken it on a 3-2 split. Gavrilovich, his work preferred by judges 2 and 4. Shumkov taking it for judges 1, 3 and 5. But as I said, Gavrilovich certainly in it, and those 3-2 scores from the 5 scoring judges reflecting that fact.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Shumkov just coming out with a wider legged stance, dropping his knees to, or bending his knees to drop his height a little bit. Gavrilovich, hands up, peering between them. He trying to get onto the front foot to drive his man backwards, picked off by a counter right hand after his lunging left was wide of the mark. Quick 2-shot combination was the better work in that exchange from Shumkov, and then he scored with the left hand to the body. Gavrilovich spoken to about punching with the inside of the glove, which is incorrect and illegal, rendering it a slap. Nice defense with the right glove from Shumkov, who then tried to score with it after using the left hand to try and prise his opponent's defenses open. Scored with the right hand to the body once again. Left hand to the body is what Gavrilovich went in search of. Did score with the left hand to the body there. There wasn't much on it, but it did land in the ribcage on Shumkov's right hand side. So Gavrilovich, back to his hands down style, just made his man fall short. Went for some shots on an upward trajectory, but while he's tucking up, he takes another hard single to the body once again. He bombs over the top with a right hand. And again, this contest being fought behind closed doors. But the support teams and the teammates of both of these boxers making for a terrific atmosphere. Now Gavrilovich is in trouble here. His bobbing, weaving style has seen him bend below the waist, an illegal motion once too often for the liking of the referee, as he's put on the end of a big right hand. He's looking to put his man out of there now, really loading up on his punches. Oh, and he's testing the strength of his chin. Surely not a good tactic, as Shumkov leans in with his head. So the referee is going to have to, well, he's looking to keep control of this one. Gavrilovich showing terrific fire and determination, having been docked a point for bending at the waist. He bit down on his gum shield and said, okay, let's have it. Presenting his chin for Shumkov. Shumkov couldn't tag him cleanly. But for my money, the best chins in boxing are the ones that don't get hit. Surely better not to get tagged on the chin than show how strong it is by presenting it on a platter for your opponent. So Gavrilovich has really got his work cut out here as put onto the end of a single once again to the head and then right hand to the body. Oh, and that's a beautiful counter right hand from Shumkov as he was going backwards. Saw the attack from Gavrilovich, employed the layback and snaked out an arcing right hook around the corner. It was a terrific shot. And there's the end of an incident-filled second round. Gavrilovich, well, I think he's conceded that one by a 2-point margin because I don't think he won it on the cards. And then you have to factor in the point deduction that came for repeatedly dipping below the waistband of his opponent, Vsevolod Shumkov. So there's confirmation of a unanimous round in favor of the man in blue. And then you have to factor in the points deduction as well. So look at that, 10-8 for judges 3 and 5, and factor in that deduction, and Shumkov is leading by a proverbial country mile after 2 rounds of boxing. So the tournament number 2 seed, Shumkov of Russia, really in his flow now, because he knows that is what Gavrilovich has been reduced to, as again he tries to prize down that left hand with his own left hand and score with the right. And he's looking to up the tempo as well, scoring to both body and head with that right hand. Gavrilovich standing stock still in the middle of the ring, trying to tuck up, but Shumkov doing an outstanding job of finding holes in his defenses and scoring efficiently and effectively. Gavrilovich with a left hand to the body, but Shumkov really enjoying his work, teeing off on his man to the body with both hands, and Gavrilovich cutting a frustrated figure in there now. Head reddened, picked off by a left once again, and Shumkov in complete control and cutting an entirely different figure up in the boxing ring. He's enjoying his work because he has built up a lead, and now he's presenting a different posture. And again, this isn't showboating, it's just trying to get into the well, it is showboating, but it's not to disrespect his opponent, it's just to try and get in his head, as if to say, well, listen, I've got your number here today, and whatever you do, I'm going to have a response for it. Look at that work to the body. Terrific 2-shot combination downstairs by Shumkov. Gavrilovich going in search of a right hand over the top. Breathing through an increasingly open mouth now is Gavrilovich. And Shumkov, well, he's just flashing a grin in my direction, comment at ringside here. Beautiful right hand once again from Shumkov, and Gavrilovich looking to hold on as he comes back inside. He steps back into the breach with a nod of acknowledgement as he's picked off by a left hand. Terrific movement in the pocket by Shumkov to make his man miss, and then he comes back with shots underneath and around the corner. Look at the swelling that's beginning to appear on the left hand side of the shaven head of the man in red. Shumkov enjoying himself so much that he's just been spoken to about the verbals in the direction of his opponent. But again, just looking to get inside his mind, take his mind off the job, as if to say, well, you're not going to get this done tonight because I am the governor. And Gavrilovich, well, he's never stopped trying, but he's not only running out of energy, he's running out of ideas as well, and indeed time, because we're at the 10-second clapper. And Shumkov has been outstanding. He's increased his dominance the more this contest has gone on. Gavrilovich swinging right up until the final bell. But it is Shumkov in the blue corner who will go through to the semi-final stage. A terrific performance by the World Youth Silver Medalist here on the continental stage of the Under-22 European Championships. We're just awaiting official confirmation. It's going to be a unanimous point decision win of the wide variety in favor of Shumkov.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, representing Russia, Vsevolod Shumkov.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Vsevolod Shumkov. Taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges, he goes through to the medal rostrum in the men's 60 kilogram lightweight division. Beautiful to see that show of respect between the two boxers. Gavrilovich gave it everything he had, but it wasn't enough to disrupt the free-flowing work of Shumkov. He goes through to at least championship bronze.
Ring A, bout number 190. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing France, Wilfried Florentine. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Georgia, Yordanyan. Referee, Petrovich, Montenegro. Judges, Judge 1, England. Judge 2, Austria. Judge 3, Italy. Judge 4, Spain. Judge 5, Croatia. In the red corner from France, Wilfried Florentine. In the blue corner from Georgia, Yordanyan.
So we've moved up to the 91 kilogram heavyweight division. We're at the quarterfinal stage. This a contest between boxers from France and Georgia. As the boxers return to their respective corners after receiving their final instructions. The winner goes through to the semi-finals and the medal rostrum. It's between two compact 91 kilogram heavyweights. The man wearing red is the tournament #1 seed, Wilfried Florentine of France, competing in his second bout of this European Under-22 Championships. Received a bye in the first preliminary round as the tournament #1 seed. In the round of 16, he scored a second round knockout, the 148 mark of round #2. That is how he has romped to the quarter-final stage. Comes to the ring as the 2019 European Youth Championship gold medalist. And I saw him in action just a couple of weeks ago at the European qualification event in his homeland in Paris in France. Made it through to the round of 16 in his bid to qualify for the Olympic Games. Gave a terrific account of himself as well, but he takes a good right uppercut there from the man in blue. That is Artyom Yordanyan of Georgia. He too competing in his second bout of this tournament. And neither of these men are having to go in search of their opponents. Similar statures, similar builds. Attempted change of angles there from Yordanyan. Yordanyan prevailing on a 5-0 unanimous point decision victory over Italy's Roberto Lidsi. Good work to both body and head, and another uppercut success for Yordanyan. Good right hand to the body in response from Florentine. High punch output in evidence from these 91 kilogram heavyweight boxers. Change of angles once again attempted by Yordanyan. Good left good left hook to the body from Florentine. Oh, terrific two-shot combination on the resumption from Yordanyan. Quick-fisted attack. Florentine tries to respond in kind. back in the orthodox stance now after switching southpaw for the previous 40-50 seconds or so. Good left jab landed by the tournament #1 seed. Then a left-right combination from Florentine, who bangs away to the body. But look at the response from Yordanyan as he bobs and weaves in the pocket and comes back with a two-shot response. Incredible punch output from these 91-kilogram heavyweights, invariably at mid and short range, demonstrating the art of infighting magnificently, tucking up, rolling, dipping beneath the punches, but landing plenty of their own offense as well. Good right hook, the final shot that landed from Florentine during the course of what was an action-packed opening round. My goodness. Yordanyan taking a seat on his stool, a well-deserved seat. Florentine electing to remain on his feet after 3 minutes of boxing. It's Yordanyan who has taken it across the board, 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. Make no mistake, Florentine in that every step of the way. Yordanyan with greater accuracy, catching the eye of the judges. So into the second round then. Yordanyan put an awful lot into the first 3 minutes, and he's come charging out of the gate once again, looking to back up Florentine. Florentine's turned southpaw once again. For my money, didn't have much success in that port-sided stance in the opening round. Now he's back orthodox. Good blistering work to both body and head from Yordanyan as he scores around the side with body shots and then comes through the middle. Now just increasing the distance there was Florentine. He scored with a solid left jab. It was a double jab. So rather than try to take on Yordanyan at short range, will there be an adaptation here from Florentine as he looks to unfurl that lead left hand? Must be something of a rarity for Florentine to meet his equal in terms of infighting. During the course of that tournament, he demonstrated that facet of the game magnificently in the round of 16. Good right uppercut landed by Florentine. But Yordanyan doesn't take a backward step, stays right on his opponent's chest and continues to look for his own arcing punches. Faced off against Muslim Gadzhimagomedov, the eventual winner of the Paris qualification tournament, the reigning 2019 World Championship gold medalist, who stands a towering 6'5" or thereabouts, and Florentine acquitted himself very well indeed. Really gave it absolutely everything against the best 91-kilogram boxer in the world. But here, he's got his hands full in the under-22 continental stakes, because Artyom Yordanyan will not give him a moment's respite as Florentine switches southpaw once again, tries to increase the punch output with a burst of punches to the body. Spoken to about using that left hand as a lance to keep his man at bay. Not illegal, of course. Going to put it out there. It's got to be brought back and turned into a punch. Good work to the body off the ropes from Florentine. But again, Yordanyan back onto the front foot. Florentine with his hands down by his side now. And again, he scores with the left jab. So would he be advised to try and keep this one at range rather than accommodate Yordanyan in this type of territory where Yordanyan has proven to be his equal, if not his better? Final 30 seconds or thereabouts of this second round as Yordanyan again adept punch picking at short and mid range. Florentine lets his hands go furiously, but Yordanyan is proving impossible to discourage, impossible to deter, and looks to get over that front foot once again. Florentine with a good left jab, right uppercut, and then a right hook, left uppercut in the closing stages of the round, and presenting that different posture by putting room between himself and his opponent is where, for my money, Florentine had the greatest success. but when he tries to go blow for blow, toe-to-toe with Yordanyan in the pocket, well, Yordanyan is proving to be every inch is equal for my money. But what say the 5 scoring judges? Remember, Yordanyan took the first round unanimously, 10-9 across the board. And it was a similar type of round in the second, save for the fact that on occasion, and indeed in the closing stages, Florentine put space between himself and his opponent and landed with some eye-catching singles, and that is how he's been able to take the second round on a 3-2 split. So it is all square, 1 round apiece for judges 1, 3 and 4. Judges 2 and 5 have Yordanyan up by 2 points, 18-20 after 2 completed rounds. Well, again, I've given my opinion as to how Florentine was able to shade that second round, and that's when he put distance between himself and his opponent, just as with that single left hand there. When he turns boxer rather than short mid-range brawler, I feel he has the greater success. It's not the territory in which he usually operates, but he has it in his arsenal as he scores to the body. Yordanyan responds. Can he maintain the gap between himself and his opponent as Yordanyan scores to the body? Florentine looking to get on the back foot and score with uppercuts from both hands. Yordanyan back onto the front foot once again, looking for the right hand over the top. Intriguing contest this between 2 boxers whose instinct is to get inside and work away at short and mid-range. But Florentine has demonstrated the ability to adapt here. Can he sustain it and try and put some distance between he and this on-rushing ball-wearing blue? What a contest in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division. It is in the balance as we approach the midpoint of the third and final round. Remember, it is all square for 3 judges. 19 points apiece after Florentine made a terrific adjustment about a third of the way through the second round to put distance between himself and his opponent, and that is how he shaded round number 2 on a 3-2 split. So it's all square, 19-19 for 3 of the 5 scoring judges as Florentine looks to back up Yordanyan now. And what would that reveal is if he's able to sustain that? What type of boxer is Yordanyan on the back foot? It's going to take some boxer to provide an answer to that question as he's forced backwards there by a 2-shot salvo. Can Florentine sustain it? Yordanyan feeling the pace, but he's being spurred on by the prospect of a place on the medal podium here at the European Under-22 Championships. This is terrific hammer and tongs punching from these 2 boxers. And remember, we're in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division as Yordanyan is forced to totter backwards once again. Florentine looking to maintain the pressure, stepping on the gas, trying to back up the man in blue. And the crowd in attendance here at this temporary seating arrangement for their teammates, for their support staff, as Florentine scores with a wicked left hand to the body and a left hook upstairs, which just dipped the knees momentarily of Yordanyan. But as his instinct, he comes forward once again. But look at how he's being touched up on the inside. He's forced to reverse once more. Big intake of oxygen, and then he steps back into his own preferred territory. What a contest. Both men leaving it absolutely all in the ring, punching right up until the final bell. And that is absolutely brilliant between 2 very skillful boxers. Now this all comes down to how the third and final round has been scored. It is all square, 19 points apiece for 3 of the 5 observers here after 2 completed rounds of boxing. Yordanyan gave absolutely everything, but increasingly in that third round, he was forced to back up on occasion. Has that been enough for Florentine to take it, and will he have taken it for the judges who have it all square? Here's the verdict. And it is Yordanyan. Artyom Yordanyan has eliminated the tournament number 1 seed with a split decision victory. An absolutely magnificent performance, and that is how he did it. He took the final round on a 4-1 split. He simply would not be denied. And he goes through the tournament number 1 seed and 2019 European Youth Gold Medalist eliminated It is Artyom Yordanyan who goes through to the medal podium in the men's 91 kilogram heavyweight division. But Florentine playing his part in what was an absolutely pulsating 91 kilogram heavyweight quarterfinal. Guaranteed championship hardware for Artyom Yordanyan. We'll see him again in the final four.
Ring A. Bout number 191. Into the red corner. Please welcome the boxer representing Ireland, Jack Michael Marley. Into the blue corner. Please welcome the boxer representing Moldova, Andrei Zaplitny. Referee, Fiaschetti, Belarus. Judges, Judge 1, Kosovo. Judge 2, Israel. Judge 3, Germany. Judge 4, Georgia. Judge 5, Sweden. In the red corner from Ireland, Jack Michael Marley. In the blue corner, Moldova, Andrei Zaplitny. Round 1.
So we remain in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division. And it's a contest between boxers from Ireland and Moldova. The man wearing red, who just scored with a good left jab to the body, is the tournament number 5 seed, Jack Michael Marley. His opponent, wearing blue, is the tournament number 4 seed, Andrei Zaplitny of Moldova. It was the first senior bout of his career for Marley here at this tournament, and my goodness, after a bye in the first preliminary round, he has booked his place in the quarterfinals, or he booked his place in the quarterfinals in devastating fashion, forcing an abandonment at the 131 mark of round number 3 in his last 16 bout, and that is how he has arrived here at the quarterfinal stage. Dominated the opening 2 rounds, did the Monkstown teenager, forcing the abandonment from the German corner. Nice left hand landed by the man in blue. Stepping in with that left jab is Marley, content to wait on the back foot. Is Zaplitny. Oh, there's that right hand over the top from Marley, which just backs up his opponent. So Zaplitny, that just got his attention. Looking for the right hand once again is Marley. Increasingly looking to get over that front foot now is the man in red, bobbing and weaving as his opponent changed angle in front of him. But he's been a busier boxer through the first 2 minutes of this contest. Good work to the body as the man in blue came forward. Scored by Marley. Jolting left hand once again, beginning to redden around the left eye of Zaplitny.
Judge 1 from Russia, Judge 2 from Azerbaijan, Judge 3 from Ireland,
Again, that left hand far busier from the man in red. Zaplitny takes a right hand flush from Marley, who picked that shot terrifically. Right hand in response from Zaplitny. But for my money, that is the opening round in favor of the man in red. But what will be the verdict of the 5 scoring judges? And there's confirmation of a unanimous verdict after 3 minutes of boxing. All 5 scoring judges preferring the work of Jack Michael Marley from Ireland.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Loading up on a big left hand, but was off the mark, was Marley. Scores with a more efficient left jab and then drops it down to the body. Zaplitny trying to bring his straight punching into play, but Marley moving off the line effectively and scoring with a left hand as he did so. Good right hand to the body, dug in by the man in red. May have been partially parried by the gloves of the man in blue, but it was still a solid scoring shot. Zaplitny looking to establish his own lead left hand. Natural counter puncher, and he's invariably being beaten to the punch, but he's not scoring with the counters as he intends to. There again, the scoring jab and then a beautiful left hook off the pivot, making it a chef left hook landed by Marley. Solid left jab landed by Zaplitny, the reigning Moldovan national champion. He'll be 23 years old at the start of next month. He'll be 22 years old at the start of next month. Zaplitny, plenty of experience under his belt. Competed in this event in 2017 up at super heavyweight, 91 kilograms plus. But he's being outboxed by the Irish teenager wearing red here. Oh, that's a flashing right hand that wasn't too far away from Zaplitny. But there's a good right hand in response that was not too far off the mark from the man in red. So looking to bring his right hand increasingly into play is Zaplitny. Looking for the left right once again was the man in blue, but was short of the mark. Hasn't really found his range with any great consistency. That's a solid right hand landed by the man in blue. But Marley looking to keep him backing up. That forward bull rush. Oh, terrific work to the body with both the left and the right hand from Marley. Then he scores with the left jab upstairs and then scores with the left hand to the body once again. That causes Zaplitny to tuck up and engage reverse gear as he protected his ribs with his elbow. Marley sensed that he may have hurt his man and goes in search of the left hand to the body once again. Solid left jab landed by the man in red. And after a quieter mid-portion of this second round, in the closing stages, it is Marley who is on top once again. And for my money, that has been enough to tilt what was a less busy round in his favor. Remember, he took the first round unanimously, and I think he has done enough to take the second again. It was a dominant closing period. So dominant that one judge has scored it 10-8 in favor of the man in red. But he's in complete control with 3 minutes to go here against Andrei Zaplitny of Moldova. So into the third and final round. And Andrei Zaplitny, the tournament number 4 seed, faces a real uphill struggle here against the tournament number 5 seed, Jack Michael Marley of Ireland. Oh, there's a good left hand to the body once again from Marley. It was the right hand that served him well in his round of 16 contest, the right hand over the top. But here he's demonstrating his variety, demonstrating his prowess, and he has scored time and again with a left hand down to the body, trying to bring the hands down of the man in blue and slow down his glass tank so he can bring the right hand into play once again. So terrific IQ being demonstrated by this teenage boxer. But Zaplitny, well, he's a proud competitor. He knows that he's conceded the first 2 rounds, so he's really got to go for it here as Marley scores with a left hand to the body once again, but the referee just reminding him that his punches are not to stray low. Good right hand to the body from Zaplitny. He scores with the same shot once again, but they'll be then countered by a left hook upstairs. So Marley continuing to apply the pressure, both with his feet and with his presence, continually backing up Andrei Zaplitny. And just disrupt the rhythm that he's attempting to establish. Not really found the range with any consistency, has Zaplitny, as he takes a solid left jab from the man in red during that exchange. And again, the left-right over the top by some distance from Zaplitny. He's got less than a minute to find something dramatic and different to what he's been producing so far. But of course, you've got to take into consideration the fact that he's got Jack Michael Marley in front of him, and he is completely been a disruptive presence in there tonight. But again, the commitment of Zaplitny remaining intact as he looks to score to both body and head, but Marley not presenting him with any opportunities, bobbing and weaving in the pocket, continuing to move off the line effectively like that. He scored with the left hand to the body, took a left hand in response upstairs during that trade-off. But again, continuing to slip and slide and shimmy when he's up in close. And Zaplitny simply hasn't been able to get to grips with his opponent. It's been a terrific display by the man in red. And Ireland's Jack Michael Marley has got himself a medal here at the European Under-22 Championships. A very good display indeed. Nice to see that respect between the boxers and indeed the boxers and the coaches of their opponents. But again, body language so instructive when you watch a sport like this, because irrespective of what the verdict goes on to announce, I think the body language in the respective corners from the athletes tells you that they know who has won this contest. Marley knows it's been his night. Zaplitny knows that it hasn't been his night. And that is everything to do with Jack Michael Marley. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner from Ireland.
So Jack Michael Marley taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. A very accomplished display indeed. And the man from Monkstown goes through to the semi-final stage. He's guaranteed himself at least championship bronze here at the European Under-22 Championships. And he'll want to go further. Artyom Yordanyan eliminated at the quarterfinals. The man who competed in 2017 up at super heavyweight, unable to get himself onto the medal rostrum once again. Competed with all he had for the entirety of the contest, but Jack Michael Marley knew too much for him, and it is he who goes through to the final 4.
The boxer representing Georgia, Berghadzi. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Serbia, Hasanovich. Referee, Kristen Palmen from Sweden. Judges, Judge 1, Austria. Judge 2, Netherlands. Judge 3, Romania. Judge 4, Armenia. Judge 5, Italy. In the red corner, from Georgia, Berghadzi. In the blue corner, from Serbia, Hasanovich.
So we've moved up to the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division, and this one between boxers from Georgia and Serbia. The man wearing red is the tournament #1 seed. That is Berghadzi from Rustavi in Georgia, resides in the Georgian capital Tbilisi. Good right uppercut scored by the man in blue, and that is Hasanovich of Serbia. The man wearing red, operating out of the southpaw stance, was scored with a good right hook. Competing in his first bout of this tournament, 14 men make up the super heavyweight division. And so the tournament #1 and #2 seeds at the bottom of the top and bottom of the draw respectively, granted byes in the first preliminary round, which was effectively the round of 16. Hasanovich prevailing on a 3-2 split verdict to progress here through to the quarterfinal stage. Both of these men one win away from a place on the medal podium. And Berghadzi is looking to make it a return to the medal rostrum in the European Under-22 Championships, because he came away with a championship bronze down at 91 kilograms at the 2019 event in Vladikavkaz in Russia. So just weaving away from the punches, looping right hand to the body landed by Hasanovich. Hasanovich tying up the left hand of his opponent. Action increasing over by that blue corner. Plenty of bobbing and weaving in evidence. But Hasanovich, remember, he's got to keep his head up. So loose-limbed boxing being demonstrated by both of these men. It's becoming untidy at times after the initial burst of punches doesn't produce success. Oh, that's a chopping shot landed on a downward trajectory after Hasanovich went for a flashy uppercut. Was short of the range. Berghadzi looking to show the referee that it's not him who is initiating the holding. Well, those looping shots are begging to be counted from Hasanovich. Very languid when he lets them go. And Berghadzi just a little shorter with his own shots. Right hand did land after the southpaw left was off the mark in that reverse 1-2. Well, for my money, that is a round for the man in red. How will the judges score it? And there indeed is confirmation. 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges in favor of Nicolas Berghadzi of Georgia.
Seconds out.
Well, there's 60 seconds to do that. So, having had the 60-second interval, Hasanovich causes the referee to call time before we can begin the second round to get his bootstraps adjusted. So the second round underway. Hasanovich looking to get onto the front foot to begin this second round after conceding the first unanimously. Just content to play counter-puncher off the back foot is Berghadzi. Spins out of the corner but didn't land with the attempted check right hook. Hasanovich closing the distance, but his right hand to the body was off the mark by some considerable distance. He's got to improve his accuracy here, has Hasanovich. 2 very tall super heavyweights. Must be something of a rarity for Berghadzi to be punching upwards. He's just shy of 2 meters at 1.96 meters. You can see the clear height advantage for Hasanovich, but he's not been able to find the range with any consistency. Shapes up nicely, but his accuracy has got to improve if he hopes to put the man in red under pressure. Pouring with his left jab a little bit is Hasanovich. And now, after going on the back foot for the first half of this second round, Berghadzi just looks to get over his front foot and put the man in blue under pressure. So neither man really finding the range with any consistency thus far. Straight right hand was a scoring shot, didn't really have much on it as he looked for a uppercut to catch on rushing man in red, did Hasanovich. So again, plenty of misses being traded between these two as Berghadzi forces his man back into his own corner. Berghadzi's corner, that is. Left hand dug into the body by the man in red. Well, nothing wrong with the commitment of either boxer, but Hasanovich in particular, for my money, has got to improve his accuracy here. Southpaw left not too far away from Berghadzi. The intensity, the action increasing, but precious little getting through from either man. There was a right uppercut landed by Hasanovich, catching the advancing boxer in red just before the horn to conclude this second round. So 2 rounds in the book, both of them taken unanimously by the tournament #1 seed. Nicolas Berghadzi in a commanding position with just 3 minutes to go. And the onus is on the man in blue to implement the tactics of his corner in a bid to overturn this deficit.
Round 2.
Seconds out.
So, for the second intermission in succession, we've had a delay to the start of the next round. It was the bootlaces of Hasanovich at the end of round 1, and at the end of round 2, start of round 3, it's the man in red, Nicolas Berghadzi, who had to have the excess moisture and petroleum jelly wiped from his head and torso. So Hasanovich returning to the unpaid code of Olympic-style boxing, amateur boxing. That's what it was traditionally known as, but of course with prize money at stake here and professionals going into the Olympics, nothing amateur about the setup in any way, shape or form. But he comes to the ring with 2 professional bouts under his belt, does Hasanovich, having made his debut in 2018, and then there was a long hiatus before an outing last year. Drew his debut on his second pro bout on a 3rd round stoppage in a contest that was scheduled for 4 against a journeyman who came in with a losing record of 8-11. And even though his pro bouts have been scheduled for 4 rounds, it's a different feel, a different style when you're back in the vest. But he hasn't been able to find any type of consistent accuracy with his attempted punch picking. Sanel Hasanovich takes a good right, or scores with a good right hand to the body of the man in red there. Plenty of activity, but he's picked off by a left cross. But he's looking busy, but not doing very much in terms of effective scoring. The man in blue, and just remaining patient, looking for his openings is Berghadzi. He's not cutting the most dynamic of figures in stark contrast. Heads come together. As the 2 men lock horns on the inside. Well, nothing wrong with the conditioning of Hasanovich. Takes in a big lungful of air with less than a minute to go. Adjusts his mouthpiece and steps back into the pocket. But again, it's going to require a finishing salvo for my money, because he's not producing the dominant 3rd and final round that he needs. Berghadzi just stole a glance to his corner there. Don't think he's in any type of distress as he winds up with a big roundhouse left. Remember, it's his first bout of the tournament, so he's had a long wait. It's the 5th day of action here. So he's had a long wait to open his account. Scores with the right left. And Hasanovich saying, well, come on, stand and fight me. He's not done enough. Sanel Hasanovich. Nicolas Berghadzi, I'm sure he will improve as we go through this tournament. For what it's worth, I think he's booked himself a place on the medal podium.
Seconds out.
Probably be a unanimous points decision victory. But how wide will the margin be?
The winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing Georgia, Nicolas.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision win for Nicolas Berghadzi. Took the first 2 rounds unanimously. Sanel Hasanovich with his greater activity in the 3rd and final round, taking that on a 4-1 split. But Berghadzi, having had the insurance of the first 2 rounds in the bag, just nursing his way over the line without picking up an injury in the course of that 3rd and final round. He goes through to the semi-finals and the medal podium for the 2nd European Under-22 Championships in succession. Took a bronze at 91 kilograms in 2019 in Russia, and here he's got himself at least a bronze, a weight class higher at super heavyweight. How deep will he go into the tournament? The tournament #1 seed who progresses, eliminating the 2-fight pro Sanel Hasanovich of Serbia.
Drisi Ayu. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, Vincenzo Fiaschetti. Referee, Stephen Morrison, Scotland. Judge 1, Wales. Judge 2, Germany. Judge 3, Belarus. Judge 4, Georgia. Judge 5, Kosovo. In the red corner, from Spain, Drisi Ayu. In the blue corner, from Italy, Vincenzo Fiaschetti.
So we're underway then, remaining the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division. And this one between boxers from Spain and Italy. The taller figure wearing red, who is getting to work with a terrific left jab, is EUBC Drisi. Been a bit of a graphic name salad, having commentated on him in the past. I know him as EUBC Drisi Al Asawi, and he's getting to work with a potent left hand against the home boxer, the man in blue, Vincenzo Fiaschetti. This a matchup between the tournament number 5 and number 4 seeds, and hard-hitting action in the first minute of this first round. Tucking up tightly is Fiaschetti. Both men keeping their eyes locked on their opponents. Solid lead left hand once again, piercing the defenses of the man in blue. Using that shot very effectively is Drisi. Now just trying to bamboozle his opponent with his hands, making semaphore shapes. And again, that activity was a combination. A final left hook did get through, so too did the arcing right hand from Drisi. Coming forward with a speculative two-shot combination is the man in blue, but he was short of the mark with both punches. Oh, that's a beautiful left uppercut that penetrated the high-held hands of the man in blue. Drisi finding his range to terrific effect here now. Good work to the body by Fiaschetti. Good work to body and head from the man in red. So these contrasting statures producing two completely different styles of boxing. And what a contest they are combining to produce. Back foot boxing, sticking and moving from the man in red, looking for a left uppercut there. Left hook around the corner was an effective shot from Drisi. Hard left hand to the body landed by the man in red, countered by a right hand over the top from Fiaschetti. Big swing and a miss, nice movement off the ropes from Drisi. Lead left hand once again, snaking out effectively for the man in red. First round in the book. For my money, it is the tournament number 5 seed, EUBC Drisi, who has taken that first 3-minute stanza. And there's confirmation. EUBC Drisi taking the first round for all 5 scoring judges, 10-9 across the board.
Second sound.
Well, rather tardy corner work by the Italian squad. Into the second round then, we finally get underway. And an altogether brisker start as both men planting their feet into the canvas and really winding up on their punches. Remember, it's a contest between the heaviest athletes of all as the left hook lands from Fiaschetti. Conceded the first round, 10-9. Beautiful left hook around the rear of the right glove from Drisi. Right uppercut that preceded it was blocked by the defense of the man in blue. Good left jab to the body from Fiaschetti when he tightens up his punches and he's more correct rather than with looping shots from both flanks. Well, he's far more accurate. Can he continue to use? There's a looping roundhouse left landed by Fiaschetti, but it was rather with the inside of the glove. As he continues to inch forward behind that high guard, Drisi, who competed in the European Olympic qualification event, but lost in the first preliminary round to Ivan Veryasov from Russia. So unable to progress through to the Olympic Games. But he's in search of another continental bronze here. Comes in as the reigning Spanish national champion. And in addition to his previous under-22 championship bronze in 2018, he also took European Union bronze that same year. So closing seconds of this second round, Fiaschetti has tried to increase the tempo. He's put on the end of a left hook. It's a terrific atmosphere here, but Fiaschetti, because of his lower punch output, it's almost as though he's putting all his store in getting his man out of there, because while he's waiting, he's being picked off. But of course, up in the super heavyweight division, as a left-right scores twice in quick succession from Drisi. But again, a big swing and a miss from Fiaschetti. And that's going to be 2 rounds in favor of Drisi from my perspective. So Fiaschetti taking it for Judge 2, but a 4-1 split in favor of Drisi. He leads 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Fiaschetti, the home boxer, needs a stoppage here for my money, or a massive third and final round. But his punch output is so low comparatively compared to that of his opponents. It's as though he's putting all his store in landing the finishing combination or single shot. So back on his jab is the 2018 European EU bronze medalist. Drisi, he's spoken to about giving his opponent the word. Oh my goodness, now that's naughty from Fiaschetti from my perspective. Put his man in a headlock and picked him up. Now that's a very dangerous maneuver that you see in Olympic style grappling, Greco-Roman wrestling, not the noble art of self-defense. But Drisi really didn't get a sympathetic ear from the referee, who told him to get back to his feet and get on with it. But Fiaschetti hasn't been able to sustain the pressure to make Drisi uncomfortable. And a man who participated in the 2019 World Championships in Yekaterinburg is doing pretty much as he pleases. Scores with a good right hand to the body. Fiaschetti looking for a left hook upstairs. Another big swing and a miss from Fiaschetti, who's remaining committed to his task of trying to overturn this deficit, but there he takes a hard right hand to the body. Looks for a left jab upstairs, does Fiaschetti. But he's being met with a man who has superior ring craft here tonight, and he's used the space of the boxing ring pretty much as he pleases. He scores with a snaking corkscrew left hand. He's remaining very relaxed indeed. Burst of punches to the body before a left hook upstairs. There was a single left hook fired in from Fiaschetti, who really is going in search of a single shot finish here in the closing minute. He's being implored to come forward by his corner and by his teammates and support staff up in the temporary stands here at this temporary venue beneath the marquee. Well, rabbit punching in evidence from Fiaschetti. Referee speaking to the man in blue about that, but then effectively saying to Drisi, listen, I'll referee the contest. I don't need any help from you in that regard. Left hook not too far away from Fiaschetti, but he really does need to find a knockout punch here. Drisi has got to remain switched on. Nice maneuver off the ropes from the man in red. And Drisi has done a good job managing this third and final round against a very rough customer indeed. And for my money, well, it's going to be Drisi who progresses through to the semi-final stage for another continental bronze at least. Tournament number 1 seed awaits Vincenzo Fiaschetti. Tournament number 4 seed about to be eliminated here. All we need is official confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner, representing Spain.
And there is confirmation. The man from Spain prevails on a 4-1 split. The tournament number 5 seed, eliminating the tournament number 4 seed, Vincenzo Fiaschetti, fighting until the finish to take the final round on a 3-2 split. But nice to see that show of respect between the two boxers after what was a rough house, sometimes untidy contest. But it's a guaranteed bronze, at least, for Drisi as he goes through to the final 4. The tournament number 5 seed will face off against the tournament number 1 seed in a bout scheduled for tomorrow at the semi-final stage.
Ring A, bout number 194. Into the red corner. Please welcome the boxer representing Germany, Hotev Turban Ali. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Ukraine, Lovechinsky. Referee, Yanovich, Israel. Judges, Judge 1, Spain. Judge 2, Sweden. Judge 3, Romania. Judge 4, Netherlands. Judge 5, Armenia. In the red corner, from Germany, Hotev Turban Ali. In the blue corner, from Ukraine, Lovechinsky.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner, representing Armenia,
Round 1.
So remain in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division. This one between boxers from Germany and Ukraine. The boxer wearing red is Turpal Ali Hotev, European youth silver medalist. The southpaw wearing red, man who scored with a good right hand to the body, is Ukraine's Dmytro Lovechinsky. Both of these men competing in their second bout of the tournament as Lovechinsky continues to target the body effectively. Super heavyweights, of course, so no need to step onto the scales. But one would suspect, if you are to believe your eyes, that the man in red has a considerable weight advantage over his opponent. But the man in blue, Lovechinsky, banging away to the body to start this contest in a bid to slow his bigger, invariably heavier opponent down.
bout number 204. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Slovakia, David.
Lovechinsky, a quarter finalist in his national championships in 2018. Plenty of experience on the continental stage as well. So two accomplished operators, one win away from a medal place and indeed the prize money that comes with it. Hotev just complained a moment ago after the heads came together. You saw how he raised up his elbow just to ward off the free swinging arcing shots of his man as the boxers locked horns on the inside once again. So both men using unanimous or progressing by virtue of unanimous point decision victories in the round of 16 to make it through to the quarterfinal stage. And again, it's the man in blue who is looking to work away, perhaps more ideally suited to that type of work. He's not averse to employing the dark arts of infighting, rabbit punches, applying forearms. Well, the red corner just caught unawares by the fact that it's a horn to wrap up action and indeed start action here in ring A. It's a bell over in ring B. there's confirmation that the greater activity from the man in blue has seen him take it across the board.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So to the second round then, and straight away to begin this second stanza, the man in blue has come out with the tactic that served him so well in the opening round, and that is targeting the body of his bigger opponent wearing red. What type of response will Turpal Ali Hotev have, tournament number 3 seed, having conceded the first round unanimously? While his problems are mounting here because he's been docked a point for excessive holding. So he has really got to put it on his opponent, because short of scoring a dominant round, there is no way he can win this one. He needs a 10-8 by dominating the frame to make it 9-8 once you take the point deduction into account. So he's really got to go for it here, because he's been docked a point for excessive holding. And there you see the tactic being employed once again. He's got to watch how he's conducting himself here, which means that whatever score he accrues in this round from the 5 scoring judges will be subject to -1. So his problems really mounting. There's still lots of time left in this second round, but again, we have to stress that we're in the super heavyweight division, and fortunes can be turned in this weight class more than any other on the outcome of a single shot. Such is the weight of punch that these athletes are able to deliver. Of course, being bigger, they tend to absorb any damage coming in this direction, in their direction, more effectively as well. A double-handed shot, I think, attempted there by Lovechinsky. And there is plenty of support for Lovechinsky from his teammates and support staff. Right hand to the body once again. And Hotev simply hasn't found any answer to neutralize those raiding attacks being produced by the man in blue. And once again, he's spoken to about holding, and he's already been docked a point for that particular infringement of the rules. And he's doing it once again, trying to show the referee that he isn't holding. But look at this. Well, this contest is out of reach now, short of getting a KO victory, an RSC victory. We said he's going to have to watch how he conducts himself, because having been docked a point, there really wasn't any let up in his employment of that tactic, and he's doing it once again. Well, it's untidy as this. Second round comes to an end, and that a calamitous round from the point of view of the German corner, because their boxer, Turpal Ali Hotev, the European youth silver medalist, docked 2 points for excessive holding. So to make things simple, he has got to get his man out of there in the third and final round and force an ABD, an RSC, or a KO by putting his man on the canvas and keeping him there for the 10 count. So 10-9 in favor of Lovechinsky, 2 points to be considered, so that makes it a 10-7 round. And you take off the 2 points, and that is how we have a 20-16 margin after 2 rounds of boxing. 10-9 in the first, effectively 10-7 in the second, when you take the 2 warnings into account. And so with just 3 minutes of boxing to go, the man in red, the tournament number 3 seed, is trailing, having been docked 2 points in round number 2 for this very infringement, wrapping up his man and preventing him from freeing his hands. And this is the tactic that the man in red, in blue, has used to such good effect, just stabbing away to the body. With shots from both flanks. So just some adjustments required to the waistband of Hotev. But he's looking a little bit sorry for himself. Is my interpretation of his facial expression. But he's got to go for it here. Trying to walk his man onto a big southpaw left. But the man in blue has been altogether busier. He showed greater industry, dare I say it, greater ambition. And that isn't because Hotev doesn't want this, but he's been prevented by demonstrating what he can do by the skill set and the imposition of his will and his physicality by Dmytro Lovechinsky. He's been inspired here this evening. And in stark contrast, Hotev has been rather subdued. And you have to credit the man in blue for forcing him into this type of posture, because again, it's that infringement that has got him into so much trouble. Rather than bobbing and weaving and slipping his way off the ropes, invariably he's blanketed his man. And of course that's a legitimate tactic, but when used to excess as the heads come together, well, that is why he's found himself in so much trouble. And look at this, he's walking a tightrope here, because a DSQ could well be forthcoming if he falls foul of the referee for that same infringement once again. And look at that, trying to show that he's not holding, but while he is claiming the man in a headlock, Lovechinsky is belting away with a burst of punches to the body. And look at this. Well, it's going to be a third warning forthcoming. Excessive holding. And I think this contest is over. DQ. And that is it. We said that he was walking a tightrope. And by continually claiming his man and wrapping him up, clamping him like a vice, the tournament number 3 seed, Turpal Ali Hotev, has been tossed out. He has been disqualified here in the third and final round as he continued to wrap up his man despite being docked 2 points for that same infringement in the second round. His tournament comes to an end with something of a whimper here at the quarter-final stage, and it's Dmytro Lovechinsky who will go through to the final 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by disqualification in the blue corner, representing Ukraine.
And there is confirmation of the third round disqualification suffered by Turpal Ali Hotev, the tournament number 3 seed from Germany, continually putting his man into holds and clinches, and after being warned 2 times for that infringement in the second round, warned again in the third, disqualified, and it is Dmytro Lovechinsky who goes through to at least a bronze medal finish here at the European Under-22 Championships. Disappointing for Hotev, Lovechinsky remains in contention for championship gold.
Ring A, bout number 195. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, Ramazan Kanukaev. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Hungary,
So this 10th bout of this 19th session of boxing is our final action of the evening here in Ring A. We remain in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division and this one between boxers from Russia and Hungary.
Judge 3, Israel. Judge 4, England. Judge 5, Italy. In the red corner from Russia, Kanukaev. In the blue corner from Hungary, Lovechinsky.
So we're underway then, the 10th and final contest of this 19th session of boxing, and what a quick-fisted start by the man in red. That is Ramazan Kanukaev of Russia, picking off the tournament #2 seed Levente Kiss with a quick-fisted, forceful flurry. Good jab in response to the body from Kiss. Hungarian boxer competing in his first bout of the tournament. By virtue of that #2 seeding, he had a bye in the first preliminary round, the round of 16, where it was a unanimous point decision win over Oskar Safaryan of Poland for Kanukaev in his preliminary round contest. But that rapid fire combination will have woken him up and got him up to speed in a hurry. Nice movement in the pocket from Kiss as he lands a good right hand coming up out of the crouch. Kiss, World Youth Bronze medalist. National Championship gold in the junior ranks back in 2018. Nice composure under fire from Kanukaev. And again, there's that move from Kiss as he looks to sneak underneath the offense and then explode back up out of a crouch with a right hand over the top. Nice head movement from Kiss once again. Just slipping to his right as he did there to cause the shot to go over his shoulder. Kanukaev remaining concentrated, looking for that left jab that he holds down by his belt line. Nice use of the feet to cause the man in blue to fall short. Kiss continually looking to press and get over that front foot as he scores with a good left jab to the body. Terrific reflexes being demonstrated by both of these boxers. Remember, 91 kilogram plus super heavyweights. Kiss, compact figure for this weight division. Very explosive. Flashing right cross just grazed the chin of Kanukaev, who's looking to get back behind his left jab. Flashing right hand lands from the man in red. Sporting touch of gloves after the two men became tangled momentarily. Solid single jab and another one landed by Kiss, shooting it on an upward trajectory, and there's the same shot once more, and he followed it up with a right hand. Terrific quickness in evidence from both of these men. Rapid fire hand speed, right hand success from Kiss. Jolting left jab in response during that combination from Kanukaev. What an exchange to conclude the first round. But the final word of the round going to Ramazan Kanukaev. A very competitive, skillful display of boxing over the course of that first 3-minute frame. How do you score that one? Very close indeed. Could well be split because both men enjoying plenty of success. Kanukaev starting strong. Kiss scoring out of a crouch. Kanukaev entering it. And there's confirmation of 4-1 split. Kanukaev's greater accuracy and activity, particularly in the early and late stages of the round, enough to give him the verdict 10-9 for 4 of the 5 judges. So into the second round we go. Good work to the body with that lead left hand from Kiss, looking to employ head movement to cause the left hand of Kanukaev to go over his shoulders. Action in the space of center ring. Good work to the body with the lead left hand once again. That's an open target at the moment for Kiss because of the high guard being proffered by Kanukaev. Good work to the body with the right hand, but it just threatened to stray around and become a kidney punch from Kanukaev, going around the rear, which is illegal, of course. Right hand around the corner is a solid shot out of that orthodox stance from Kanukaev. Kiss edging forward, looking to back his man into a corner, scores with a good left hand to the body. Kanukaev looking to fight his way off the ropes and did employ nice movement. Big swing and a miss with the right hand, goes over the top. Kiss was long with his attempted right hand. And it strayed around the rear of the head. There's a solid double jab to the body from Kiss. Sternum, then abdomen. As he looks for the right hand once again, but once more it's long because it was slipped effectively. Solid left hand landed from Kiss, and that brings about a left jab response from Kanukaev. Leaping left hook was blocked, but then the second one did get through from Kiss. Left jab response from Kanukaev. Still a minute to go in this second round, and my goodness, haven't we had a lot of action. Terrific skills in evidence from both boxers. Both men really having to work for their openings, such as the head movement and defensive prowess of the opponent. So Kiss surprised that he's not looking to work away on the inside there. His left hand was tied up. He wasn't really fighting to get it free. Big swing and a miss with the left hook. Causes Kiss to pirouette on the canvas. Spoken to about turning his back on his opponent, but that's because of the defensive maneuvers produced by Kanukaev. Solid left jab landed by Kanukaev during that exchange. Good left hand to the body from the man in red. Goes over the top with a right hand, but then did score with a left hook in response. He targets the body of the man in blue once more. Kiss responds in kind. And both men having their chins checked. Kiss getting the better of that exchange upstairs. Right hand lands solidly from the man in blue. Now punching right up until the bell to end round number 2. Remember, Kanukaev took the first round on a 4-1 split. I happen to think Kiss got himself back into the contest over the course of that 3-minute frame, but how will the judges see it? Again, it's so skillful between these two boxers. And again, just talking about, even though it's a weight-governed sport, how differently athletes within each weight class can go about their craft. This in complete contrast to the previous quarterfinal we witnessed. And still, well, Kiss getting a greater share of it, but it's a 3-2 split in favor of Kanukaev. Can't argue too vociferously, but he has got a 20 points to 18 lead for 2 judges, but crucially for judges 3, 4, and 5, it is all square, 19 points apiece, and so this contest in the balance with 3 minutes to go. So into the third and final round then, and this quarterfinal remains up for grabs. As Kanukaev just saying, listen man, you can see my belt line clearly, don't hit me low, and Kiss, to his credit, just proffering his glove by way of apologies as to say my bad, because it's being fought in a terrific spirit is this one. It's all square for judges 3, 4, and 5. But Kanukaev demonstrating hand speed and punch picking like that. Terrific right uppercut underneath and left jab during that exchange where Kiss had his own success as well. Kanukaev with the slightly longer arms and reach, and he's looking to make that an asset here now and keep this one at range, demonstrating different looks defensively. Sometimes the Philly shell, as again he's saying, listen, don't hit me low, and Kiss acknowledging that it was a low blow. Hooks being traded by both boxers. Left jab from Kiss wasn't too far away, but surely he's got to quicken the tempo here as the men exchange jabs. Kiss, despite being a more compact figure, having success with that shot and then scores with a good right hand. But both men demonstrating solid punch resistance as Kiss scores with a left jab to the body. They've always been in front of one another. Moving around the clock face is Kanukaev, just trying to present different angles, moving both clockwise and counterclockwise. Just beyond the midpoint of this third and final round. Again, bobbing and weaving evidence in the pocket from Kiss. He's made to miss with his left jab due to the head movement of the man in red. Terrific skill as both boxers enjoy success with straights, and they're each one saying, well, okay, you got me that time. It's, again, Ernest Hemingway's on record during his essay writing is saying that boxing is the most honest conversation two people, two men, he said, can have with one another. Of course, women's boxing wasn't very much a prominent feature back in Hemingway's time as it is now, but the truism still holds. And these two men, well, what dialogue they're engaging in with just under 30 seconds to go in this quarterfinal contest. Terrific skill, neither man looking to hide, neither man looking to hold or spoil. Each one demonstrating what they can do with their own skill set, and it's making for a magnificent contest as the defensive maneuvers remain intact from both boxers. As Kanukaev looking to march his man, walk his man backwards. Free flowing exchanges between both of the men right up until the final bell. What a contest! All square after 2 rounds for judges 3, 4 and 5, 19 points apiece. And Kanukaev did a terrific job in that third and final round of producing combination punching from his low held guard. Sometimes it was a high held defensive stance that he put forward. I think he's done enough to edge it. But make no mistake, Kiss enjoyed plenty of success as well, particularly of the single shot variety. It was non-stop punching over the course of the 3 3-minute rounds. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the blue corner.
And it's Kiss who has got it on a split decision verdict. And that is how he did it. He took the final round on a 4-1 split. Now that doesn't tally with how I scored the third and final round, but that's irrelevant. It was a very tight, skillful contest, and the tournament #1 seed has prevailed. 3-2 in his favor, and he goes through to the semi-finals and the medal stages. Ramazan Kanukaev of Russia, what a performance he produced over the 3 3-minute rounds, but he has been edged by the narrowest of margins, and it is Kanukaev who has been eliminated. Levente Kiss, the tournament #2 seed, remains in contention in the super heavyweight division. He's got himself at least championship bronze and will want even more. But Ramazan Kanukaev, what a part he played in what was a pulsating affair. I think he's rather unlucky, but again, that is irrelevant. And the 5 scoring judges have scored it in a 3-2 split in favor of the man in blue. Well, that concludes the action. From this 19th session of boxing here, we've witnessed 10 wonderful bouts at the Roseto degli Abruzzi on this 5th day of competition. Tomorrow we will remain at this venue for semi-final action across both the men's and the women's tournaments before moving to a more permanent structure where AIBA boxing, EUBC boxing has been held before. But make sure you join us once again for more action from the European Under-22 Boxing Championships. We're at the semi-final stage. Everyone has earned themselves a medal and are now in the business of going deeper into the tournament to fight for championship gold. For the rest of the team on sides here at the Roseto degli Abruzzi in Italy, my name's Ronald McIntosh, saying thank you for staying with us for this session of boxing, and we'll see you again tomorrow for semi-final action from the European Under-22 Boxing Championships. Bye for now.